welcome for another episode here, one-on-one with MC1. Today we get to hang out with somebody, brother of mine. And so, ladies and gentlemen, Supa Man, welcome, my brother.
Good to be here, brother.
Oh. Okay, man, real quick, give me your tribes and all that.
Sure. Shoda J Balaja Weage Machalahuk Biashichirik and Nawaba Itchish. So I just said hello, my good relatives. My name's Christian Parrish, takes the gun, aka Supa Man. Come from the Apsalagan Nation in Montana, or the Crow Nation. My Apsalagan name is Weage Machala, which means good fortune on Mother Earth. My clan is the Yashichira, which is the Big Lodge clan, and I'm Apsalagan Crow.
So MTV Artist of the Week, obviously with you and I, we're Mag 7, right?
Yep.
And I noticed on your YouTubes, you have over 6 million views collectively. What's that feel like for you?
Nice, 6 million, cool, man. I never even added them up, man. That's dope. So I don't know. It feels good that people are watching. You know, the hard work that you put into the craft of your music and things like that. So it gives me good feedback that it's the work that you're doing is worth it.
Dope. So you cut a verse for Taboo. He hits you up, wants you to be a part of this project for a group that you and I have worked in the community for several years. And he asked you to be on this song, ends up going into the MTV music video category and walking out there with a win. What was that experience like for you, being part of the song, contributing to the community, and experiencing that MTV whirlwind of a ride? What was that like for you?
Yeah, so with the whole the whole process of being asked to be in on the song, that in itself was huge for me, because there's so many great indigenous artists out there who could have been in our position, to be on the song. Easily. And so to be asked was a huge honor, and to be nominated was bigger. It was just like a huge thing. And then go experience the VMAs, on that kind of level. As an artist, it's huge, for us. We dream about that kind of platform and that kind of arena. And so it was like a dream come true, as an artist, to be a part of that. And the best part was that it was something positive for our people. It was the movement at Standing Rock that was started by the young people. They're the ones who started that. Right. And became a worldwide movement. And then when we contributed our art towards that movement and were able to be nominated, that was a dream come true. It was amazing. It was a huge honor.
So then we end up finding out that we win. How did that land on you?
Yeah, that was like through the roof. You're like, what the heck? We won? Like, this is amazing. I mean, the nomination part was like, I was just telling everybody about the nomination. Like, we got nominated. But that in itself was just huge success. I mean, we come from our communities, our reservations, and I mean, how many people do you know who won a Grammy or who did like that? Like, I don't know anybody, man. So to be there, with all of us, like on that platform was huge. And then to get the win was like, wow, is this real? Is this real? To get the win, and just, it was amazing. Like, remember the way Selena felt? Remember she said, I had all this, I feel like I have all my people's dreams with me, That's how it felt, honestly. Like when we got off the van, I was like almost crying, man. Like when we almost got on the red carpet, I had that feeling inside, like inside my heart. I was just like thinking about all the native hip hop people that we know who had big dreams, and like, man, we're taking all these people with us, like these guys are with us. My family's with me, my people, all native people, anybody who had a dream, like small town people, like all this just kind of like not heaviness, but just I could feel it. I feel like we were there for them.
Dope. Okay, so pause. Let's run that back to you as a little guy running around your little spot. How does somebody from Crow Agency, Montana, end up in that position? How does that manifest?
So growing up in Crow, man, like you know my story, like addictions. I know res life, like straight up res life as a kid, and so a lot of drama, just the negative part, the negative side of growing up on a reservation. And so for me to somewhere along the line have my mind open, my heart open to believe that I could do it, somewhere along the line, I believed I could be great, or do great things, do big things, or I just believed it. I believed I could do it. I believed I was talented enough to make waves, to pay my bills with hip hop, believe it or not. And I kind of credit like that motivation and drive when I had my daughter, when I first had my baby daughter, my life changed. I'd like straight up changed. And I was going to do by any means necessary, I was going to provide for my family, And so when I was going to do that, I put my heart and soul into everything I did, whether it was working, being a waiter, firefighter, working on putting up fences. I put my heart and soul into that because I knew I had a family to provide for. And so my passion was hip hop music, and I put my heart and soul into that, man. So that's how that all happened.
Wow, brother. Whoa. Okay. You alluded to the fact about being able to provide for your family in like a business sense. So we're going to jump right in right now to a segment I like to call Getting in Your Business. So we're going to unpack some of your business. If you could be a member of any sitcom family, which one would it be and why?
Oh, man, that's a good question. Like, I've watched so many sitcoms. I love Sanford and Son, I like to kick it with Sanford, like Fred Sanford. Like the young people are like, who's that? But probably maybe Saved by the Bell. Saved by the Bell.
What?
And I love Saved by the Bell like so much. I just had a crush on Kelly Kapowski, It's just like, I don't know. It'd probably be Saved by the Bell.
All right. Well, okay. Shocking news right here. Do you have a TikTok?
Nope, I haven't gave in yet, man. I just like, I don't know, man. I got Snapchat, I got Twitter, I got Facebook, I got Instagram. I mean, I don't know. I was thinking about it. I put it on my story. I was like, should I get a TikTok? How many people got TikToks? And I don't know, man.
So you don't have a TikTok dance thing?
Oh, I got to dance. I got to dance. It's like this. Bam. So
there it is. Take it. Everyone needs to be doing that now.
Yeah.
All right, man. So what's the most famous person you ever met? And have you ever been shook or like fanboy about it?
Damn. Most famous people, man, when I think about it, it's got to be Taboo, Like, it's got to be our brother, Tab, man. Like, I swear, like, he's got to be the most famous because worldwide, platinum, Super Bowl, like, he has to be the biggest, celebrity that I've ever met, man.
Right.
And just to see him just be all the way down to earth tripped me out. That was the trippiest part. Totally humble, took his hat off, man. Like, man, I was like, what the, this guy's the man, like, but it was huge. It was just to see him and knowing what he's accomplished, as an artist, and just to see him like a regular man, family man was dope.
That's for sure. Yes. All right, man. So just in your business as a Indigenous business leader, as an Indigenous businessman, you're not just an artist, but you're also professional. How do you navigate or integrate your cultural values into your profession?
I try to integrate them, like, just no matter what I do, whether I'm doing business or just, regular life, I try to have those values that I was taught that come from, the people. And in business wise, being humble, recognizing that this could all be taken away from you. I try to live by that in what I do as a businessman.
So I noticed that you incorporate your regalia. Tough question for you. What do you say to people who might not fully, like some of our native crowd that might not fully understand why you wear your regalia as performing as a hip hop guy, but just why you incorporate and why that's part of your show and part of your presentation when people ask you to come to community and do your thing, why you've integrated that.
Yeah, for sure. That's a real good question. Like for our people, like we have our culture, we live in these two worlds, we have protocols, things like that, things you don't do, things you do. And so what I do, putting the fusion together, is a controversial, it's controversial, and it's kind of like a delicate matter. Um, so I never put the culture together. I was raised powwow, and then we had hip hop. I just never put them together because I knew, people would have something to say. But how it got to that place was I was performing and we were presenting on Native American Heritage Day. We danced in our regalia. We talked about the history and things like that. And then we danced. They were putting up a teepee, different things like that. And the lady that was sponsoring the event, she said, "Hey, can you guys perform for all these kids that are here at this event? You rap, don't you?" And we're like, "Yeah, we do." She's like, "Yeah, go, why don't you perform?" So we said, okay, we agreed. And then we started walking back to our vehicle to go change, into our hip hop clothes or whatever, and she's like, "Where are you going? I need you to go on right now." We're like, "Oh, we're going to go change, and she's like, "No, just go on right now. Just finish it." Just kind of like spur of the moment type on the whim. And me and my nephew were in our outfits. We're like, "What the heck? Okay, well, let's just do it." My nephew, he was like, "Let's just do it so we can go eat," So we get up there and we put on the music. We start rapping, in our regalia. People are like, "What the heck is going on here?" They're vibing out, jamming out. It's good. We get done. We go off the side of the stage. And I saw one of our elders come over. He came over and I thought he was going to scold us. I thought he was going to get mad at us. And I was nervous. He got to us and he took his hat off. And then he extended his hand. He goes, "Grandson," he said, "I want to shake your hand." He said, "That was powerful, what you guys did. That was pretty powerful." He said, "You got up there and you spoke to all these young people. You presented culture. You showed them that you're proud to be a Saluga and you're good dancers. You knew what you were talking about, the history and the values of the circle." He said, "That's good." Then you spoke the language of the youth, which was hip hop, and they listened to you because of it. Then I heard you have something positive to say, heard you talking about being drug and alcohol free, being a husband, a father. He said, "That is powerful." He said, "You boys keep it up. Keep doing that." He said, "Our young people are dying. They're committing suicide. They're on drugs. They're on alcohol. We're losing our culture. We're losing our language." He said, "Anything you do to reach them with good intentions in the heart," he said, "Man, it's worth it. And so to hear that from like our own elders, was like a turning point. It was a turning point for me. Like in my mind, in my heart, I was like, "Yo, you should never put them together." But I saw behind the scenes, what mattered most, was reaching people, who were struggling with, maybe their cultural identity or, mental health, things like that, I mean, if I was cussing, if I was talking about drugs,
Wow.
disrespecting women, all of that, of course, out of here, But if you're doing something and you're positive and it's good for the people, the youth, hey, that's all right.
Deep, brother. Deep. You went deep on that. I appreciate that answer, man. I appreciate you being willing to be transparent and share the backstory on that. And what would you say to a young person that's living on the res or maybe living urban, however, but what the role is of a young Native person right now having to deal with this virus at this moment in time?
I would say, first and foremost is protect your family, like in your mind and in your heart, protect your family, put your family and your elders first. I would say that, like, don't worry about what you're missing out on or anything that you got to do. Be mindful of how it could affect your family and your elders. So protect them first. Stay home.
That, man. So is there anything, and obviously I'm gonna put your Instagrams and your social media up here on the screen and talk about the merch that you got. And I'm gonna ask you what you have, what we can do for you, and what you have, what you would like us to check out on your behalf. I mean, you got like mugs. I don't know. You got merch that surprises me every day. I don't know if you
Yeah,
got like rugs or if you got like
some
home
socks pretty soon.
improvement. So yeah, help us let us know what we can do for you and what to be watching out for from you.
For sure. So yeah, I'm a entrepreneur, you know, like I'm always, as I said, I'm thinking about my family and I'm always working towards that. And at the same time, trying to live a positive life. And so everything I do is kind of like that, you know, it's positive, it's for the people. And so I got some merch. I got shirts, got hats, got some mugs. You can go to goodmedicineclothing.com. Goodmedicineclothing.com. You'll see got some designs there, and you know we're just trying to honor our ancestors at the same time trying to be positive, for the future in that way. Those kind of values, with the clothing and everything. And so got that new album called Frequency. So be on the lookout, all you good people out there, for the album called Frequency, coming out soon. Gonna get some videos going and good stuff like that.
Word, brother. Word. Well, you got any last things you want to say or anything before we conclude?
Yo, I just want to thank everybody out there, man, for your support, for supporting the music and the movements and things like that. Let's all come together in unity always. I got love for you. I got love for me. It's a good day to be indigenous.
All right. Thank you, my man.
Cool, brother. Dope.
See you out there. Appreciate you.
Peace.
I'm just saying, hip-hop is a very sophisticated, multifaceted subculture that speaks to all different types of people. Music, the fashions, the attitudes, the beefs. The more I read, the more I listened, the more I felt connected to its rich cultural tapestry.
Ready for war, God the warriors. Everything we spit be hot. On the grill, get 'em. The mob comes equipped for warfare. Beware. What's your definition of a real and fake? What's your definition of a real and fake? What's your definition of a real and fake? I draw first blood.